Your attention span isn't broken. It was taken from you. And the people who took it built a trillion-dollar industry on making sure you never notice. You're sitting there right now, and you've probably already checked your phone once since you opened this. Maybe twice. You told yourself it was just a quick thing. It's never just a quick thing. Here's what I need you to hear before we go any further. This has nothing to do with willpower. I know that's not what you were hoping for, because willpower is something you can work on. What I'm going to show you is the mechanism underneath everything you've already tried, and why everything you've tried keeps failing because of it. There's a specific name for what's happening in your brain every day, every time you sit down to do something that matters and then don't. I'll get to that name in a minute, but first, you need to understand something about the machine. Your brain has a part called the prefrontal cortex. It handles planning, decisions, the stuff that makes you a functioning adult, and it is slow. Not broken, slow. It evolved for a world that changed by seasons, not seconds. What we've built in 2026 runs on a completely different clock. Notifications, reels, comment threads, group chats, your brain can't process these all at once, but it tries. Every time you switch tasks, email to a text, text to a tab, your prefrontal cortex has to shut one thing down and load the next. Neuroscientists call this context switching cost. Gloria Mark at UC Irvine found it takes an average of 23 minutes to return to deep focus after a single distraction. 23 minutes! 6 interruptions an hour and you never go deep, not once. And here's the part that sat with me. The distraction doesn't even have to land. You don't have to read the notification. Just knowing it's there is enough to pull your prefrontal cortex partially offline. The damage starts the moment you know the thing exists. Actually, wait, I want to back up because I jumped over something. This isn't just about distraction, it's about what's happening to your neurochemistry underneath it. Every new notification gives your brain a small dopamine hit. Not a big one, a small one. And that's the problem. Big hits satisfy, small ones create a loop, a seeking behavior that never closes. Your brain keeps reaching because the last hit wasn't enough. B.F. Skinner figured this out in the 1950s with pigeons. Variable reward, reward that comes sometimes, not always, creates the most compulsive behavior of any reward system. Not consistent reward, variable reward. That is the exact architecture of every social media feed ever built. This wasn't an accident. I spent a long time pretending it was. It is not an accident. So, what's the name I promised you? It's called hyperarousal. When your nervous system is stuck in constant low-grade stimulation, not enough to feel like stress, just enough to feel like normal, it becomes physically unable to reach the slower brain states that real focus needs. You're not lazy, you're running at the wrong frequency. And here's the thing I almost didn't include because it sounds too simple. The fix isn't discipline, the fix is friction. Not motivation, not a better morning routine. Friction. When was the last time you actually finished something you started? Not close. Actually finished. Sit with that. Discipline fails because it asks you to win a fight against a system built to beat you. You're willpowering against billion-dollar behavioral design. You're going to lose. What works is making the distraction structurally harder to reach than the work. Not impossible, just harder. Phone in another room, not face down on the desk. One tab open, not 12. Notifications off at the system level, not just silenced. Every extra step between you and the distraction is a moment for your prefrontal cortex to catch up. That's all it needs. It's slow, not weak. Give it a head start. You've probably already thought of a reason this doesn't apply to you. I know because I thought the same thing. Mine was, I need to be reachable. That was true, and I used it as a reason to be reachable to everything, always, which meant I was reachable to nothing real. There's a difference between being available and being perpetually interruptible. You get to decide which one you are. The question I keep coming back to isn't whether any of this is fixable, it's why. Knowing the mechanism, knowing it's not a character flaw, knowing it's a biological response to an engineered environment, you're still going to hand the phone back to yourself tonight, the same way you did last night. I don't have an answer for that, but I think you do.